In a significant escalation in tensions in West Asia, US has launched a series of strikes on Yemen, killing at least 22 people in capital Sana'a. And this is after US President Trump announced an attack against Houthis. In a post on social media, Trump warned the rebel group that hell will rain down upon them if they did not abandon their campaign in the Red Sea. Trump further said that he will use overwhelming lethal force until the US achieved its objectives. He also hit out at Iran and threatened it to immediately halt support to the group. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also warned that Houthi attacks on American ships and aircraft will not be tolerated. He also wrote that Iran has been put on notice. Now, the strikes represent the biggest US military operation in West Asia since Trump took office in January. It comes days after the Houthis said they would resume attacks on Israeli vessels in response to the blockage of aid into Gaza. It also comes at a time when US is trying to bring Iran to the negotiating table over its nuclear program. Shortly after Trump's announcement, plumes of black smoke were seen above the Sana'a airport complex. Here are the visuals. And this includes a sprawling military facility at the location. Houthis also reported explosions in the northern province of Sada, a stronghold of the Iran-backed militia. Houthi media office reported US strikes on a residential neighborhood in Sana'a's northern district of Shoaib. Strikes were also reported in Geraf, which is home to Houthi-held military facilities and its political bureau. Also southwestern Thamar and the district of Abs. In a statement, the Houthis' political bureau described the attack as a war crime and threatened that it will not go unanswered. Since November 2023, the Houthis have launched more than 100 attacks in solidarity with Palestinians over Israel's war with Hamas in Gaza. It has targeted shipping lanes in the Red Sea, disrupting the global shipping and trade network. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has responded to the developments in Yemen. He's also given a post on social media saying that the US government has no authority or business dictating Iranian foreign policy and asked the US to end support for Israeli genocide and stop killing Yemeni people, quote unquote. Now, the White House has shared images of US President Donald Trump watching the strikes against the Houthis. The attacks they've raised chances of retaliatory strikes by the Houthis as they've pledged. And the US has several military bases in this region, from the Al Tanf base in Syria, the US 5th Fleet in Bahrain, to the Al Udeid and Al Dhafra air base in Qatar and the UAE, which are among those which could witness potential retaliation from the Houthis now. While the US attack on Houthi bases may impact its ability to retaliate in the short term, the Iran-backed group in Yemen has proven resilient in the past as well after successive strikes by a Saudi-led coalition. Now, to discuss these developments, we were earlier joined by Adrian Calamel from New York. He's a fellow at Arabian Peninsula Institute, terrorism and Middle Eastern scholar. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, absolutely. On the one, he's giving Iran a very direct signal. The next direct signal, I think one of them, if you want to impact the Houthis, is there's an Iranian spy ship in the Red Sea that's targeting the ships that they want the Houthis to attack. Now, as far as a deal goes, I think this is really a diplomatic measure by Trump. He's playing diplomacy on the one side, and he's also taking kinetic action or military action on the margins and saying, listen, we need to get to the table, but at the end of the day, Ali Khamenei's not going to agree to anything. And this will come to some type of, well, the maximum pressure campaign and possibly a strike on nuclear facilities in the future. It's one thing Trump has been really consistent on with his foreign policy, is that the Islamic Republic of Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.